Why is your teenager so mean to you? It probably seems like overnight your kid went from being a relatively compliant, occasionally grumpy child to an alien whose only purpose in life is to make you question everything you've learned and to tell you that you eat, dress, stink like a pig. This can feel very personal because this behaviour is directed at you, but it's not really about you. These changes are about your teenager and are a vitally important part of your adolescence development. Amongst the many changes that occur in adolescence, the two fundamental tasks of individuation and identity development contribute most to the negative experience parents have of their teens. Teenagers become adults, and as adults we need to be able to go into the world without the immediate support of our parents. Think about things like going to work, university, or being in an intimate relationship. These are all circumstances where your adolescent has to manage without the direct support of you. To begin doing this, teenagers need to feel like they don't need you. Allowing themselves to think that they partly need you, partly don't, leaves them in limbo and exposes them to the grief that comes with the separation that is happening between you and your teenager. As the parent, you feel the loss that comes from this separation, but your teenager can't feel this, otherwise they won't feel brave enough to go it alone. Or at least with the other teenagers who are now the only ones that understand. Resulting from this, you get sullen teenagers who hide out in their room and don't want you to drop them anywhere near the front of the school anymore, especially in that old jumper. Adolescence is also when your kids work hard on their identity. The best way for them to do this is to define themselves in terms of how different they are to you and how much they're like their friends. To form a unique identity, teenagers need to think that they have unique ideas, reject what has gone before them, and believe that you could not possibly get them. Resulting from this, you get teenagers who can be argumentative, who reject your advice and reject that you've gone through similar things. Of course, to do all this, they need something solid to kick off from, and that solid thing is you. So what do you do about it? Keep in mind that this is a normal part of teenage development and not a direct attack or rejection of you. It won't last and can peak around 14 or 15 years of age and then decline as your teenager feels they've been able to separate without losing you and form their own identity that you accept. Their bedroom is sacred. This is where they practice individuating and being sullen. Yes, it still needs to be hygienic, but best not to make this a battleground. Allow them to have different ideas, even if they sound crazy. In essence, this is just like the imaginative play they did as kids. They will say awful things to you. Don't take the bait, walk away if things get hot, and give space for your teenager to feel the sting of what they've said and come back to you to apologise. If they don't, find a quiet moment to let them know that what they said was a bit cutting without being too critical. And remember, they're hitting out at you because they need to know that you're strong enough to take it and still be there at the end of it all. In some ways, it's an expression of love. We hope this has been helpful in helping you to survive your teenagers. As always, if you need us, we're here to help. Bye for now.